Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. Typically, we don't want to be thought of as a fanatical person, right? It has a negative connotation. But there is one way that I really want to be a fanatical person, and that is to be a fanatical encourager. If ever the world needs encouragers, it is now. There's so many discouraged people all around us because of financial issues or health problems or relationship struggles and this generally upside down world we live in. And as Christians, we're called to be encouragers. I love this passage from Isaiah 3 that tells us to encourage the exhausted and strengthen the feeble. Say to those with anxious heart, take courage, fear not. And Paul says in 1 Thessalonians 5, therefore encourage one another and build one another up. So I want to encourage you to become a fanatical encourager, a person who intentionally and daily looks for and finds ways to encourage the people in your life. There's so many easy things to do that don't cost any money and take very little time. We just have to remember to do them. For example, when you think something encouraging about someone, don't let it linger in your head. Tell that person what you're thinking. I find that very often I think of someone in my life who I highly value and means so much to me, but the thought just comes in and goes out of my mind. So I'm going to be more intentional about saying those words or putting them in a text or email or dropping a note. Don't let those encouraging thoughts go unused. Become fanatical about encouraging. Also, I want to be fanatical about praying for people who are going through deep waters. So many people are. Lately, so many people have been telling me that they're praying for me and my husband who has some health issues, and it means so much. A good friend has a daughter who's facing some significant health issues, and she's only shared this with two of us who are close to her, and we are praying daily for her. She said in a recent text, I would not be standing except for the two of you upholding me. Now, not only are we praying for her and her daughter, but we're telling her regularly that we haven't forgotten. So if you're praying for someone, be sure to let them know if that is appropriate. There are so many ways we can encourage someone, even strangers. We now live in a large apartment complex, and the other day a woman was walking the hall looking totally lost, and I asked her if I could help, and she simply couldn't find where to throw the trash. She's new and alone, and I knew she was fighting, loneliness. So I just showed her where the trash bins were. A big deal, right? But now when I see her, it's like we're good friends, and it took so little effort on my part. I have to be intentional about greeting people that I don't know, strangers who come into my sphere, because I can simply overlook people. I am so project-oriented. So I need to get better at simple things like greeting people with a smile, looking everyone in the eye, and acknowledging them in some way. Maybe you have the same challenge. Fanatical encouragers take the initiative to greet and acknowledge others, and even take a few minutes for small talk. It won't hurt you. Fanatical encouragers are good listeners, don't you think? A listening ear can be one of the most encouraging things you do. You don't have to have answers. You don't have to have explanations. You can just listen, and it definitely will be an encouragement. So I just want to encourage you to join me in my pursuit of being a fanatical encourager. I think it will not only be pleasing to the Lord, but it really will make a difference in lives if we have more people who are showing the love of Jesus by encouraging. So be encouraged today and have a wonderful day.